The opinions expressed by our guests do not reflect the views of the Cozy Crib podcast. What is said on this podcast is nothing worse than what is said behind the closed doors of every household. Enjoy the show.
Can I rant about TikTok?
You could talk about TikTok.
Yeah. Dude, there is so much that needs to be said about this fucking app. This app was birthed by Satan. That's all I'm going to tell you. This app is a concoction of the devil. Yeah. And I'm going to explain why. Now, me and Josh, I know Josh thinks TikTok shouldn't be banned. Mm-hmm. I disagree.
Really?
Now, here's why.
It's such a slippery slope, but continue.
It is a slippery slope. So maybe like keep it, but like, there needs to be, I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to parents. Why are parents letting their 15-year-olds on TikTok?
Yep.
You know, you're letting people like that are so young and impressionable to like an infinite amount of fucking information, right? Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane. So what you're having kids raised by TikTok, and in any other time, people go about their fucking age, they go about their lifespan, and they don't go down these rabbit holes where they become insane people who are completely hyper-focused on nonsense, right? And you see this all the time. Like, the fact that I can even tell you what a black pill is, what a red pill is, what looks maxing is, or any of these like niche male subgroups is crazy. But when you really like look into these things, like at the end of the day, I think that this hyper consumption of social media is making people mentally ill.
But you know, you said all these things about how TikTok is bad and everything, but at the end of the day, it comes down to personal responsibility.
I would agree.
Because the position of, okay, let's ban things that we don't think people can handle, that's what the elites want. That's what the people in government want. You should just just rule 101, you should want the exact opposite of what these people fucking want, right? And they want to ban TikTok because they're putting themselves in a position of, okay, we think you're too stupid to handle it, right? It's all about personal responsibility. But you should be able to have that free will to be able to go on TikTok and establish a healthy relationship with it. Because like the only thing is if you're using it irresponsibly, just because, say, Kenan uses it irresponsibly doesn't mean I'm going to. You know what I mean? But that's part of the issue, though, is there should be an age limit on things like this, because you have a 15-year-old kid who's on TikTok. What's he looking at? He's looking at half-naked girls, right? That's what he's looking at.
More than that, though. Like, I'm going to tell you this. When I was a 15-year-old guy, I didn't know shit. I mean...
I feel like 15's too...
You're too impressive.
That's an arbitrary
15 is like you're a freshman going into sophomore.
Dude, you're still a baby.
You are still a baby. No, you are.
Obviously, you're not like a toddler. You need your diaper done.
Grow until you're 25. But how about these kids getting phones in second grade?
What the fuck?
And not having the right decision making skills yet in their life to not post themselves naked and send it to their friends as a joke. Because I actually know a little kid who did this. And now he's in high school and he has to deal with this.
What the
You know what I'm saying?
fuck?
But then whose fault is it at the end of the day? And I'd like to say the parents.
It's the fucking parents. Who else's fault would that be? That's interesting what you say, because your brain isn't even fully formed yet when I didn't even know kids got their phone in the second grade. That's fucking insane. I didn't get mine until
they're giving 5-year-olds
grade.
fucking tablets.
Yeah, and
I want to say something after Josh.
And the thing is, so right, when your brain isn't developed yet and you're spending the vast majority of your time on like apps that are literally tailored to short, like 10-second videos meant to like give you a dopamine hit because it's shit that like the algorithm knows you're interested in. What's that going to do to your brain when you grow up, right? Like that your brain is being rewired as a child, right? So you're literally being given and instilled with the attention span of a fucking goldfish. Right? And dude, something that scares me, and then I'll let you say that just because you said iPad kids, is dude, we literally have not even seen what like an adult iPad kid looks like yet.
Yeah, you know what an adult iPad kid looks like? They're fucking drooling over themselves at their family dinner.
Yeah.
No, but nowadays, like back to the kids getting phones at second grade, like you said, iPad kids as well. Some of these parents can't discipline their kids, so they put an iPad in front of them and make them watch Cocomelon until the food is ready. And it's crazy. It's crazy what we're heading into, like you're saying.
Yeah.
What if I told you?
What were you just saying?
This is why, if we really, I don't want to go too ham into this right now because we have this topic, but they want to stamp out male aggression. This is by design. And not even just male aggression. I think they want people to sit around, actually not sit around, they want you to bend over and get fucked in the ass. Okay? They don't want you to put up
way of putting it.
They don't want you to like try to push back.
Yeah.
Right? And if you do push back, I'm gonna tell you this. These ideologues, okay, left or right, doesn't matter. Okay? These ideologues, they have 5 different ways to group you into being some type of person which invalidates you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, oh, you're a liberal, you're a pussy boy and stuff like that. Or oh, you're a Trump supporter, you're probably stupid and a dumb redneck hillbilly, something like that, right? They're gonna lump you into some categories just based upon the fact that you disagree with them, right? And that's how they invalidate you. Yeah. So fuck all the labels and fucking pussy tactics they use to try to win an argument. Listen, don't attack the person, attack what the fuck they're saying. But no one's gonna do that because once you start really going to the fruit of what someone's saying, not what the person is behind it, right? That it's gonna create problems for them, you know, and you're gonna have cognitive dissonance, pretty much, right?
Yeah, and what that gets into is right. These are children being exposed to these things. So when you're a child, you're way too young to actually be a free-thinking individual, especially when society promotes the exact opposite.
Yeah,
so what do we need? We need parents to take accountability for the raising of their kids. We need parents to raise their kids to be better, right? We need them to think freely for themselves, despite all of the brainwashing and despite all of the conformity that they're being instilled with. So like what you said about schools trying to stamp out male aggression, what's the one thing that you always hear parents say to their kids before they go off to school? Something along the lines of...
Be a good boy.
No, actually the complete opposite. Completely the opposite. So obviously there's a really dumb school rule where if somebody hits you and you hit them back in self-defense, you are getting the same punishment. Like you're both gone, right? You're both getting suspended. I've heard all my buddies' parents have told them this. My mom always told me this. If somebody hits you or somebody does something to you in school, you fucking hit them back. And my mom always said, I will never be mad at you, right? I will never be mad at you for defending yourself. You know what I mean? So that's parents taking the step to teach their kids, look, some rules are fucking stupid, right? Yeah. It's teaching them to, even within these like really conformist-based systems, to be a free-thinking individual. So I think that's important. Parents got to be there for their kids. You got to keep your kids safe.
Josh, what does it teach the young male when they're growing up that they have been conditioned to raise their hand and ask like a good little boy, can I go to the bathroom? Can I take a shit, please?
And the fact that the teacher can say no.
And the teacher can say no.
Yeah.
For what?
The fact that, you don't even feel like you have the free will to do a
kid should legally be able to fucking walk up to the teacher's desk, drop their pants, take a shit on their desk, and they tell them, no, you can't. Well, what are you gonna tell me I can't do a bodily function?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's like the most basic thing. And when you're told you have to ask permission for that, I mean,
true though.
Like, dude, they had to tell us our senior year, don't go to college raising your hand to ask to go to the bathroom. You look like a fucking idiot. And I'm like, all right, well then why do we do it here? You know what I'm saying? It's like there's a lot of.
They want you to just be another good little boy standing in line. Don't make too much noise. No, don't try to give your own opinion regardless of what other people think. That would make people feel things. Yeah. They would have opinions that might differ to your own, and that's really bad.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just really sad as well that this is kind of explains why our society is mostly followers, right? And it's really sad that it happens.
What's more comfortable?
It really is sad though. Like when this type of conditioning happens when they're kids, and then their parents aren't there to like set them straight, to like set them down the right path. You know what I'm saying? So it's very difficult, but it explains why our society is all. That's why you have a whole group of people who are fucking like so easily influenced and are crowding around these cults of personality.
What, you
like influencers.
Cults of personality. You know who the first name that popped in my head is?
Who?
Andrew Tate.
Absolutely. That's
Tanner,
a great,
what do you think?
it's a great example.
I know what Josh thinks. I know what I think. What do you think about Andrew Tate?
It's influencers
like everything in life, when you listen, you take everything with a grain of salt. And this guy, you should take a grain of half a salt.
Yeah.
That's a good way.
I really think that he's a genius and he's a businessman at the end of the day. And he uses tactics of taking back, the men's masculinity and grab your balls again. But he's all doing it for money at the end of the day. Why do you think he has all these cars, all this? He talks about, he treats women well and stuff, but he started off as
Cam,
yeah, you
hosted
Skype
the
you
fucking
Skype,
site.
Yeah, you Skype like girls, like, and it's
Yeah.
you have
It's like
what do you-
sex
sex-
scam business.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's a sex
That's the
scam.
word I was trying to use, but you
So Kenneth,
don't like what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, he's just a businessman and he's trying to make his extra buck and pushing these kids to make little clips of him on TikTok and push it. And some stuff he
that's
says,
the craziest thing, dude. I think
What's
that's
crazy
why I
about it?
don't. I still like. That's one of the biggest reasons I don't like TikTok. It's so easy to manipulate that algorithm. And bro. You can't tell me that he didn't intentionally try to manipulate the algorithm to shove things of him. He had this course. Hey, buy my course to make money. You know, you're fucking young. Everyone wants money when they're young.
Money, yeah.
Listen, it's fucking scary when you're in high school still and you're like thinking about yourself like, I gotta find a way to get all this money to fucking live a comfortable life. It's scary.
I can't lie.
Very scary.
I was one of those kids who did buy his course, offer it, and it's
What was that? Like,
I
did it
I
work?
Am I in a Bugatti?
Yeah.
All right, so no. Real talk though, some of the stuff on it was pretty cool. He puts you in categories right at first, and it's, do you have a limited amount of time with no money? Do you have time and money? Do you have a lot of money but no time? And you have to really put yourself in categories, and then he'll give you professors of how to make money. But like everything else, it's a scheme. Not a scheme, it's a scam.
Yeah.
It's a scheme to scam.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
yeah.
But let's answer your question. I wouldn't. Some stuff he says and I could agree with, but a lot of it, back in my head, I know that
I want to tackle.
it's all a facade.
Yeah. And that's exactly the point I want to get to. Now, I want to tackle the fact that, like, I'm going to say this. I completely understand why he's likable. Because honestly, like, the perfect characterized version of him, I can kind of relate to some of the stuff that he acts like. I can. You know, the bravado, the ego.
Not in a good way, though.
The way that he is, like, very self-assured and stuff. It appears to be. But dig past the surface. When people only think at the surface, that's how you get fucking led astray, and now you're buying into this path, and you're becoming this, and now you've adopted this whole grown ass man's fucking persona, and now you're imitating him. All right,
Be your own person.
Yeah.
exactly.
Be your own person.
But that's the problem. When you don't have these strong father figures in the house, what do they latch on to?
Fucking
Right?
Andrew Tate, that's so sad.
Exactly. Now, in like past generations, it was, famous basketball player. I play basketball. I want to be like that.
Yeah.
Famous boxer. Yeah, these are what young boys looked up to, especially if they didn't have a father figure. Even if they did have a father figure, they were still looking up to these people. Yeah. Now it's like your dad is a fucking accountant. He goes at 9. He comes back at 5. He isn't even involved in the house because he's so fucking stressed out and miserable because of this job. He has no outside hobbies, right? You can't look up to that.
No.
What's there to look up to? What's there for you to want to imitate? So here comes Andrew Tate, who literally lives like a fucking GTA 5 online character. Okay? Oh, here's all my cars.
True though, bro. Not anything about it.
Fucking wearing sports coats and looking, having this image. Oh, he's a professional fighter as well. He can kick your ass. Oh, he's 6'3". He gets all these women.
Kind of live the dream. No?
Exactly. They're trying to sell you that material dream. Is that really the dream? What is his inner monologue when he goes to bed at night?
Well,
Like I said, it's a facade.
Is he fulfilled spiritually? and things like this?
No, I feel like everyone, even though if you have money, you have all these things, you have all these possessions, materialistic. At the end of the day, he's like every one of us going to take a shit, drinking water, smoking a cigar, and like probably contemplates his life also at night. Did I do the right thing? Am I at the right place? He wants a little.
I have a question. Do you think it's healthy for young men to be so heavily influenced to the point where it's like They watch hours of content of this guy. They want to copy
wild.
his mannerisms. They want to talk like him. They want to talk Bugattis and bullshit like that.
That sounds healthy to me. I don't know.
No, it's not. But then they'll listen. And this goes back to the point I said about like adopting a worldview for your insecurity. Okay? Listen, he very much appeals to people that they weren't getting all the bitches. Maybe they don't feel comfortable in their ability to get money.
And he started like that too. You know, how he started was he was a boxer. He was on Survivor.
Yep.
This guy looked like a legit nerd, and like, nothing against nerds, because like I'm a nerd at heart, but he looked like a legit nerd, bro. Couldn't talk to girls.
Like it too.
A girl that he really liked on the show, legit, like just didn't even look his way. Yeah. He had no money. They had to go buy KFC every day just for their protein, just so they can get on that bulk.
Yeah.
But like you said, dude,
and they put on an image.
They put on an image, and now little kids are grabbing this up. Oh, he used to be like me. I can be like where he is now.
Yeah.
What happened to the father figure in the house being your hero? Now all these little kids latch onto, and I love Spider-Man, but latch onto actual superheroes being their hero. Oh, I want to be like Batman.
I think
Batman
that's healthier.
Yeah.
You really think it's healthier?
Because at least they have morals. I mean, they're not an ex-cam star.
Here's what I'd say.
No, but what happened to the father figure, or even just a mentor?
Oh no, I would definitely say a real father figure is healthier than like a superhero.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I would definitely say
It used to
that.
be like that. Now it's like, oh, I want to be like LeBron. Like I wanna be.
I think it was like that even like the 90s, the 80s. I think it was.
I'd agree.
Yeah. But like it's a good point. Like when did it go from your dad was the hero, right? It was the most important person in your life, to now these people are looking to, a fucking influencer.
Yeah.
Listen, if down the road, my kid is he's telling me, have you seen this guy on fucking Instagram? It's not even going to be Instagram or TikTok or anything like. It's going to be a new fucking Chinese app. Fucking whatever it's going to be, right? And he's like, oh, this guy's really cool. I want to be exactly like him. It's a waste of who you are.
Yeah.
And also, at the end, these people are selling you something. And whenever someone's selling you something, it's not pure. No. Money's the root of all fucking evil. The things people will do to be financially comfortable or financially, glamorous, where they have these Bugattis and all that stuff, right? Dude, you have no idea how deep human greed goes. And I can't even tell you that. I don't think any of us can really fully comprehend that, because we aren't like, psychotic individuals that will go to any end to get our goals.
You put yourself in a position to influence others to be exactly like you. I mean, that's kind of like a stereotypical narcissist. You know what I mean? And I think it's when even just the idea of an influencer and basing your like identity off of one and basing your life choices off of one, there's an insinuation that this person has a firmer grasp on what they're doing than you do, that this person has a better understanding of things than you do and knows how to live life better than you do. That's probably the biggest lie we've ever been told.
The only difference is they're on your fucking phone screen.
Yeah, none of these people know what the fuck they're doing, right? So even say Andrew Tate is a successful guy, right? What worked for him is not necessarily going to work for you, right? So it's better to just do your own fucking thing.
Also,
be your
other
own
people
person.
have different successes.
Yeah.
Like they visualize success in a way different way.
Yeah. But
But
what I don't like is someone like Andrew Tate, though, right? Who tells people to act and be a certain way, right? So he shames girls who do like the OnlyFans and the shit like that. And he tells young men like, oh, be a good man. He's teaching guys how to be a good man. And like we just said, and then he made a lot of his money, him and his brother, doing like a camera recording business.
Yeah.
It's
How
like,
crazy is it?
That's a good point right there.
It's one thing to be an authentic individual and actually like portray that to others to emulate, but then to like be something that you're not and like portray this false image of yourself for people to latch onto and like do like a do as I say, not as I do type of thing. I really do not fuck with that at all.
Right there sounds
I don't
like,
respect that at all.
How crazy?
One word. Wait. Well, what does that sound like to you?
What?
To shame a woman into doing OnlyFans, but then starting
Before
off
doing
your
it.
career like
Hypocrite.
that sounds like a hypocrite to me.
That's
Yes.
what all these guys are.
I do
Everyone's-
agree. Like no one wants to settle down, or no kid wants to be bullied because your mom is out there in public,
Oh, yeah.
and you can see like what happened to traditional women. But
So, I would like to interject. So,
go ahead, yeah.
I think it is fucking insane that you can be considered a genuine good force in this sphere when you go from selling. You're basically a pimp. I mean, I'm not gonna get into the fucking allegations and the legal shit.
Yeah,
Whatever. We'll see what happens down the road, whether or not it's fully true or if things are fucking fake. Whatever. I don't care. But you cannot go from running a cam show, which is literally one of the most degenerate forms of porn consumption. You cannot go from that. And listen, it's not just like he owned the business and he was the guy who like, you know, had ownership, right? And he got all the money from it. It's not that. It's not just that. It's he was sitting at the computer with these fucking girls on camera as a 30-something-year-old man texting these dudes, jerking their dick to the cam girl and typing for them.
Oh, was that really what he was
This is
doing?
a real thing. He's fucking described it on camera, talking about how he would entice these guys. You know, he's acting like the girl dirty talking him on. Okay, imagine that,
No.
Jock. Put yourself in
No.
those shoes. Would you ever fucking do that?
No.
Would you ever sit
But he's
there?
but he's the influencer.
Oh
though,
yeah, you like my
right?
fucking tits?
No.
Yeah.
You can
but
find-
now you're a fucking a paragon of masculinity, and you're here to free all these young men from the matrix and bring back masculinity. Meanwhile, you were telling dudes to jerk off and come for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking brilliant. I wish I could be such a and my nickname is also Cobra.
Yeah. That's crazy.
You're a Christian. What is a cobra? Now listen, I don't think in the Bible they gave a fucking genus type of what specific serpent it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get
But
the
if
idea,
your fucking nickname is Cobra, you got a snake on your left pec. Okay.
You're no God-loving.
What's that
Christian,
symbol meaning?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's Allah now.
No.
He doesn't smoke
He's
cigars. hey, Alhamdulillah, whatever the fuck. Hey, assalamu alaikum.
Oh,
right?
God, we are getting
Yeah, that's what.
we're getting, yeah.
That's what he is now. Oh yeah.
Well, not-
I thought he was a Christian though.
Yeah.
No, he transitioned. That's a real thing.
Yeah, he did. Well,
Yeah. Now he doesn't drink
idiot.
Johnny Walker whiskey, so you know he's
Yeah.
a good.
He's a
Good soul. Like the fuck.
Not even do these sorts of influencers sell like a fake version of themselves for people to then make the fake
Liver King?
version that they're portraying to themselves. Exactly like a guy like Liver King. But they also
Court
sell
jester.
they also sell an unrealistic and fake lifestyle. Like look at the Nelk Boys. Right? Like no disrespect to the Nelk Boys, but they literally that's like every college, high school kid's dream.
Yeah,
Like,
if you try
got
to
all these
imitate-
girls around you, you got like all these parties, you're drinking and smoking all the time, and you're getting paid ridiculous amounts of money to do it.
Yeah.
So when you have a bunch of young men who are idolizing these guys, trying to be like the Nelk Boys and fuck the birds, right, and shit, whatever the fuck they say.
Smoke some darts, man.
Yeah, smoke
smoke
some
hella
darts.
darts.
Take some upper decky pillies
Yeah,
and
smoke-
just call it
Zinnies.
a night. That's it.
Zin-
Smoke some darties, fuck some birdies, right? But like the thing is they make a lot of money from that. What happens when you have a bunch of kids doing that and they're actually not making any money from it? You
Oh,
get
yeah.
you get a whole
You know what
get a whole
happens if you try to live
subgroup of
that?
degenerates is what you get. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, people who catch rape charges because they're
Yeah.
on 12 beers thinking a girl that actually fancies them. You know why
They
any
have
of those
to
guys...
send it, Sharon.
Dude, you know why any of those guys
gotta
get any play? It's because the girl knows that they're going to be on the vlog and get like fucking how many followers. Oh, what's her at, bro?
Yeah.
What's her at, bro? Because you showed up in the Nelk Boy. None of those guys actually think they're attractive. I'm going to tell you that right now. You, Steiny,
oh God, we're calling out individuals.
I think girls would rather stick a cigarette butt in their fucking vagina than Steiny.
you're not wrong. No, it's a lot of them. Yeah, they get played just because they're the Nelk Boys. Yeah, and they're affiliated with the Nelk Boys.
The only Nelk boy I like is Steve. I think he's like...
I agree. I think
He's
Steve's
not-
a cool fucking guy.
I think he's genuine.
And
He's
Jesse,
not trying to.
Jesse left.
Yeah, I don't even know who the fuck that guy is.
Yeah.
He's doing his own comedy skits.
He's the
and
co-founder,
shit like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, awesome.
Steve is cool. Steve seems like he's a pretty dope guy.
No, but I find it hilarious how more and more people are coming on their pod and calling them out because it's like crazy how they have influence.
Just
There
a good
was-
amount. Like Steiny, like shut the fuck up. Like dude,
No,
stop.
you know who I'm talking. Andrew, he's a stand-up comedian.
Oh, like members of their cast get called out on podcasts?
No. This was a guest. I forgot what his name is, but yeah, he's like a New York-based comedian. He went on their thing, and he literally was like calling out their whole dynamic. He's like, "You guys aren't even really friends, are you? You guys are like really weird, and you don't have like a cohesive ability to conversate."
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
why you're fucked up
And
all
he
the
was
time.
he was saying, and they didn't release that fucking episode for like a year. Yeah.
Wait, can I watch that now? Like, is it
You
available
look
to
it up
watch?
right now?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. No, I watched a good amount of it.
He
It was
called them
fucking
out like
funny.
that? And what did
Yeah.
they say? Well, like, what was their...
I mean, they all like tensed up and didn't really know how to react.
So
Fuck, dude, he's
before
on
you
to
go
us.
watch that though. Before you go watch that, watch the other 4
yeah.
Cozy Crib podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah, watch ours instead of them because they're dumb.
Yeah. And we're not selling you anything. I mean, like and subscribe, obviously.
Yeah,
but
no,
we're not-
we don't. We
also buy some merch, but like,
hold on,
we're
no, I will actually be dropping a crypto course.
Yeah.
So basically, what I do, make 5 credit cards, max them out, put it all into Dogecoin. Listen, you're gonna be fucking balling, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, how about like TikTok, dude? We're talking about TikTok, and these young kids have the ability to get all the information they want. It's unlimited information.
Yeah, and they choose
can get.
porn.
Yeah.
I have something to say after
Damn,
this.
that bitch, yeah, like what the fuck, dude?
No, I got something to say after that though. But damn, this kid made me fucking lose my train of thought. But while I'm on
You said,
the porn,
what do these kids fucking choose to look at when they're on
you can
TikTok?
learn how to steal a Kia and fucking hotwire it, and you can learn how to scam thousands of dollars of other people's money in their
Great way to
bank
throw
account.
away my life.
Yeah.
No, yeah, to scam. That's like the worst way to make bread illegally. Bro.
That's bad intention.
That is the worst way to make bread illegally.
People-
But the other thing with porn, dude, is why do you think it's free? Because nothing
That's
is
crazy.
nothing is free. Nothing is free. No, but let me tell you something.
Continue.
Nothing is free,
No.
but they give porn free. What it does is we're talking about dopamine. It gives you a free. It gives you so much dopamine off rip that every time you're feeling a little depressed or a little low, your brain recalls the last time it had that big dopamine hit, and you start thinking of yeah, right? And you go back to the fucking website and you do it all over again, and you lose all your tests and your T levels, bro. Think about this.
Oh, they immediately plummet right after. It's
Right after.
different if you actually have sex.
Yeah, it is.
It's the inverse.
Yeah.
Now, the thing, it's such an evil thing. And the funny thing with porn is, if you really think about it, I remember when I was younger, before NoFap was like a big movement, and I'd be online, and people would say, "Oh, jerking off is actually good for your prostate. You'll get prostate cancer."
I hate that shit, dude. Except, all right, they tell
You'll
you
get
that.
prostate cancer, bro.
I tell you that, but then
they tell you that. Just
You don't
so-
remember that?
But then if you go celibate for, I believe it's 7 full days, your testosterone jumps by like a retarded amount. Yeah.
And
Yes,
listen,
bro.
That's why I quit NoFap, bro, when I was a younger kid, because I was like, oh shit, dude, I'm literally gonna get like testicular cancer, bro, because I'm like holding in all this shit. That's not how it is
complete
at all.
bullshit.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
You know what they also tell you? They also tell you should have whole grain cereal every fucking morning. They also tell you, hey, wake up, eat cereal, cinnamon toast crunch.
And some breakfast meats as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
start
yeah,
your
yeah.
day off
Yeah,
with
just
it.
Yeah.
put some more bread in the fucking breakfast.
Start your day off
departments.
with 60 grams of fucking bread. I bet you'll feel amazing by 10 a.m. Yeah,
Back
fucking
to-
fueled.
Back to T levels though.
Yo, I think that's
no. Wait. Just picture this though, Keith. You're releasing life forms out of your body. Now, it's legit energy. So when you do this stuff and the next day you feel all groggy or you can't look a man in his eyes, which is even just like a woman in her eyes, or just you can't look at anyone in their eyes and talk to them like a decent human being, and you feel like shit. You wonder why. You wonder why that you feel so low about yourself. It's because you just released a dumb amount of energy on some fucking fat bitch on porn. And it's like, no, seriously. And and let's get real. Keep the T in the body.
Yeah.
And back to what I was saying. Become
Unless
the best.
tapping.
Become the best ability you can be.
Yeah.
And that's my best thing. Couple things. Ashwagandha, I took a senior year, dude, and like everyone be like, "Oh, you taking ashwagandha?"
I actually started taking it. It's
So do
it's
I.
actually a super drug,
Thank you.
especially
They're
if you're
"Oh,
someone
taking
with
ashwagandha,
high
you think you're-"
cortisol.
My memory has been so much better.
Bro,
to be
they're
honest,
like,
since I started
dude, I
taking
would
it,
get,
which
like-
is it's a mushroom.
I'd get geeked on to just taking fucking subs,
Yeah,
supplements. But bro, shellac, I think it's called. These are all like from Africa,
sea moss.
too. Sea moss gives you 92, or I could be wrong, 102 or 92 minerals out of 100. It gives you legit 90%
Yeah,
of the
your
minerals that
nutrients.
your body needs, and it reinforces them. You don't want that? Like, do you not want to be healthy?
Elderberry is a good one too.
Elderberry, my mom put me in an elderberry. Just take your subs, bro. Ashwa, zinc, take it on a full stomach so it doesn't ruin your inner line of your stomach.
Yeah.
Stuff like this just actually,
Or you.
like we're saying, superhuman.
Yeah.
Ashwagandha, I mean, especially for me, as a coffee drinker, the way it works is gonna naturally drop your cortisol levels, help with nervousness, things like that. When people say, "Oh, I feel nothing on ashwagandha," listen, this is what happens when you have TikTok and you have like empty-headed fucks who like grasp onto everything with no context, right? I'm going to take a fucking drug without any research or understanding. Yeah, you're gonna get spiked and fucking probably drop in a ditch one day.
Yeah.
You'd be like that in the real world. But you know, ashwagandha, you have high cortisol levels, you have anxiety, you have nervousness. It's a fucking super drug, you know. And this is gonna be a segue into like I think like anti-anxiety, anti-depression, antipsychotics, all these, you know, pharmaceutical drugs. There is always going to be an alternative that is way healthier, less side effects. It's not gonna fucking kill you, right? Now, I don't mean literally kill you, like the fucking drug is gonna ruin your health, but it's gonna kill you as a like functional human being.
Or you might kill yourself because of the side effects. Of
Oh
these
yeah,
drugs.
I've taken these fucking things. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I know from experience, all of that stuff is bullshit. There's always another way, whether or not it's a herbal remedy or it's just actions. The first thing a doctor tells you if you have depression is take Prozac. Would you like to take Xanax for your anxiety? A fucking insanely potent benzodiazepine that can literally kill you in withdrawals.
It's petroleum.
You want to
based.
take that?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna recommend you do things like breath work or exercise. You know, something like running, which is definitely proven to very much help with people with anxiety, ADHD, depression, things like that. That's actually one of the best exercises if you have those ailments. No, we're gonna immediately shovel you drugs that I'm gonna tell you this right now, they don't fucking work. Because how would they make money?
Yeah.
You think?
Oh, wow.
Dude, if the drug actually worked, they wouldn't be able to make profit.
Yeah.
Because they take it for 2 weeks, a month, and be like, "Oh, doctor, I feel great.
Yeah.
I'm off this. My depression's cured." It doesn't fucking work like that. It doesn't. They get you hooked on this shit for years of your life. Years and years and years, until maybe, hopefully, something pokes you on the shoulder and says, "Hey, maybe there's another way."
Yeah. It's
And then these fucking drugs also have horrible withdrawals. Not even just Xanax, okay?
all of them. Yeah.
Antidepressants, your serotonin and dopamine levels are going to be fucking out of whack the first couple of weeks you're off that stuff.
Yeah.
Because it was so artificially enhanced by it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, exactly. Well, every this is the thing with Western medicine is every patient cured is a customer lost, right? So every person I know who's been on and like this was a huge crazy thing, revelation for me in high school, is finding out that like half the kids at our school, like literal kids, bro, right? Like we're still kids in high school, is on either antidepressants or anti-anxiety
I didn't know that.
medication. That's what I was told, bro. And
Really?
I asked around, and that's what
Makes
it was.
sense.
Yeah, like almost half the student body, bro. Like these are kids getting this shit. And all my boys now that I talk to about it who've been on these substances, they say half their depression is the result of the side effects that arise when you take these things. Makes you gain weight. It makes you fucking infertile. It makes you impotent. Makes you fucking, gives you fucking man boobs, dude. It
I'll
makes
tell you this.
It fucks with your mood. It causes mood imbalances. It's like, why would that be your first option?
I have personal experience taking these meds, and I mean, you guys know my personal story. I'm not going to go in depth on the pod. But I've taken antipsychotics. I've taken antidepressants when I was younger.
What was that like?
Antipsychotics, dude. You want to talk about fucking being neutered?
Yeah.
Literally being neutered. Dude, if you're like 15, 16 years old and you're forced to take a drug for your quote-unquote well-being, and then as a 16-year-old young man, your dick isn't working properly,
Yeah.
that's
it's a correlation.
crazy. That's crazy. You know what it does? I'm going to tell you exactly how that works. So what an antipsychotic is, and a lot of these other ones are similar. They're either uptaking your chemical and hormone amount, or they're throttling it. They're taking it down, and they're also going to raise other hormones that can counteract the other ones. All right, not to give a fucking chem lesson, which I don't even have a degree in. Just fucking read this shit. I have a fucking common sense to read this shit and recite it.
It's all there. All the
Okay?
information's there. Yeah.
You fucking online age. All right. So with antipsychotics, a lot of these specifically, they're going to bring your dopamine and serotonin levels down. So the natural joy and natural well-being that you can have on a daily basis, it's literally
Diminished.
capped.
Wow.
It's artificially capped at a way lower level.
So a
That-
drug for depression actually lowers.
No, this is antipsychotic.
Oh,
I'm talking
antipsychotic.
about.
Oh, okay.
Right? They would do that. And then there's another hormone, prolactin. You guys might not. Do you guys know
I
what
don't know what
prolactin
that
No,
is.
inform
Explain.
me,
What is
inform
that? What is that?
It's in formula.
No, I said inform me.
Okay. Oh yeah. So prolactin is basically a hormone that hey, get this, that is produced in a massive amount in pregnant women.
Oh wow.
And they will prescribe this drug that unnaturally raises your prolactin levels as a young man. What does this cause? It causes erectile dysfunction, lack of proper mood as a young man. It's gonna fuck with your T levels.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna give you man boobs.
Gonna make you aggressive or depressed?
No, it's
or-
gonna make you the opposite of aggressive,
really?
where you literally can't get out of bed.
Displacing?
really?
Oh,
Yeah.
About like groggy. A thing that I was told by my mom, and it's just natural remedies growing up. I had poison ivy, and she's like, oh, like if you my dad told me this, if you piss on yourself, you or pee on a rag, whatever, you wipe it on. Okay, it sounds disgusting, but like the acid takes it out. But as I got older, I realized that if you're sitting there and being like, okay, I can't take medication, how am I going to cure what I have? Everything on this earth was given to us to cure ourselves. And we had a good talk about this. A lot of the foods resemble organs and body parts on you to take care of, like carrots help your eyes. If you cut a carrot in half and you look on a bird's eye view of it, you see the little dot. It looks just like an eye, or a walnut looks like a brain, helps your brain.
Yeah, exactly.
And
like a brain.
Actually, that's a very good point.
Kidney beans help your.
There's something
So it
else
looks just like
for
a kidney.
blood arteries. It looks like, I think, is it broccoli?
Yeah,
Or is some
be.
type of vegetable
Could
that
be.
looks like your arteries?
Or
blood
how
vessels?
about
Avocados.
grapes?
Grapes, avocado.
Look just like your lungs, or avocado help your stomach. Looks just like your stomach. So when you're sitting there and you're being fed this medication from these people who, like you said, in the Western world, it's what did you just say? One less patient is a dollar. Like you
every patient cured is a customer lost.
Yeah.
So why are they gonna
there's
give
no
you-
incentive to cure you whatsoever. Back to what we were saying about how crazy it is, not only to just that doctors prescribe this as like the first option for when you have some sort of a psychological mental issue going on, right? That's affecting your behavior, like depression, anxiety, or if you're a fucking tweaker, like whatever it is. It's crazy that they're prescribing these things to kids. And for example, we had this buddy in school. It's still a cool kid, right? Like we're still boys with him, right? He was one of those little shitheads, right? That was always, he's a little shorter kid. He always had something to prove. So he was always disrupting the fucking classroom, right? He was always talking out over the teacher, always being a fucking menace. I'd say I probably got into about 50 fights with this fucking kid in class.
You as well, Keith. No, you as well, bro.
Wrestling matches, right? like it was just absurd.
Dude.
And one of our math teachers, once who we really tormented, the poor lady just trying to do her job, right? She actually went around to like all the other faculty members that had our buddy like in class And she tried to get them to sign some sort of a paper that said that he needed to get a Adderall prescription, like a mandatory Adderall prescription for his acting out in class.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I was very clearly high out of my mind in the classes, and they did nothing.
Yeah. Well, this is also middle school. Like this is 8th grade.
Oh, this is middle school.
This is 8th grade. Yeah, and they like tried to get this kid like forcefully prescribed medicine like Adderall because he was acting up in a classroom setting. Like that's fucking insane.
So I'm gonna tell you this about Adderall. It's just legal meth.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, obviously they're not like up for 2 days at a time because the drug, it's a slight chemical differential between like real meth, but it's effectively the same thing. Now, in theory, if someone has ADHD, it's gonna hit them in this way. But listen. Prescribing someone a hardcore stimulant, it's a literal amphetamine.
Yeah.
A hardcore stimulant, and they're on that for a whole chunk of their life. They don't really tell you to cycle on and off of Adderall. They tell you to take it like every day or take it every time that you're working. So even if you're taking it 5 days a week, bro, the long-term effects of that is frying the brain. It's frying the brain when you're taking antidepressants. When you're taking any of these drugs, there's trade backs. You can never take a drug and there is no trade back. Okay, it's like a risk. Not even like a reward.
Well, you get high as fuck. You get fucking blasted.
You get drunk as fuck the next day. You are suicidal. That's how hungover you are if you got like really blasted, right? You're never gonna be able to take a drug and there's not some cost. It's gonna be your health. It's gonna be your mental. It's gonna be your ability to function on a day-to-day basis without it. You hear stories all the time. Look them up. Your fucking self. Go look into these people. They take Adderall their whole fucking young adolescent life. They try to function without it. They think they're actually like stupid now.
Yeah.
They literally think that they have like brain rot. They can't function properly without it. It doesn't matter how much coffee they drink to try to offset it. And if we like are prescribing this to young kids and we're not giving any type of disclaimer or heads up
at all,
dude, they just want your fucking money.
Yep.
It's not solving the problem either. And I honestly think ADHD is ADHD and depression are sort of manufactured, I would say, and anxiety too, almost. But I think anxiety is more natural.
Yeah, it is.
What I would say, because people with naturally high cortisol levels, these are people that were like, I don't know, if you go back to, if hypothetically this is hunter-gatherer times, someone with higher levels of anxiety, someone that's like a lookout, they're the people who are more on edge to be the types to naturally say, okay, let me make sure that we're not going to be eaten by a fucking saber-toothed tiger tonight, right? They're the ones doing that because they have the inkling to be more cautious and worried, okay? So I think it is a bit more natural. But in terms of depression...
That's not natural.
No. I think
that.
If people are living proper, fulfilling lives, you don't have depression.
No.
But it's a man-made thing where... I mean, you kind of are justified to be depressed when you live soul-sucking existences in a terrible... Dude, I live in Fall River.
Don't name drop where you live, fam. But
well,
good luck finding him in the city.
Just bleep that. Just fucking bleep that.
It's gonna be bleep, but...
All right. Yeah, just bleep that.
Find him in the city.
But listen,
just drop
when you live in, like... Actually, just edit out that whole clip. But anyway, when you live in, like, a fucking... desolate hellscape shithole city, dude, it's gonna fuck with your mental because people are meant to be in the nature, whether that's a fucking rainforest, a desert, any type of fucking climate you can think of. We're not meant to be in concrete jungles around freaking mentally unhinged crackheads.
No,
okay,
it's pretty much describes your city pretty well, unfortunately.
Yeah, you go outside, you can't go fucking 2 minutes without a dude in a ripped holes in the wife beater, cigarette in hand, having his jaw going around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I say these are man-made.
Yeah.
These are man-made issues.